You want the recipe to $1 million? Okay, $1 million pound cake, baby. $1 million pound cake. Well, I have the perfect recipe to that famous $1 million pound cake. Now, I already got started because I wanted to get a jump start. I couldn't wait. $1 million is a lot for me, so I wanted to do it. So what I did was I started creaming my butter already. So this pound cake takes 2 cups, that's 4 sticks of butter. Now I've already creamed it down, and I creamed it for 10 minutes because I want to whip a lot of air into it. Because for a pound cake, it is using the air that is whipped into those ingredients to make it rise. So there's no baking soda or baking powder. Then I added baby, 3. I added 3 cups of sugar. That's 600 grams. Okay. And I let that cream for 10 minutes. So once I did that, I got this nice, fluffy, white consistency. Okay. Now, again, this is important because the only leavening agent that is in here is just air, baby. So we have to allow for that butter and sugar to really cream well. Now, next, we're going to go ahead and add to this my favorite, vanilla bean paste. Now, this is a brand new bottle. So I'm going to go ahead and take the tag off of it. So I'm going to add 1 tablespoon of vanilla bean paste. Okay. Move that over a little bit. And I got my spatula here, and I'm just going to go ahead and let it pour on in. Pour on in. All right. And taking my spatula, because the paste is thick, I'm going to go ahead and scrape it all out, because this vanilla bean paste, and I'm telling you, as soon as I pour it into the measuring spoon, it smells like goodness, baby. All right. So I'm going to go ahead and let that mix in. Okay. So now the next ingredient that we're going to add is 1 tablespoon of almond extract. Now, you see me with the gloves here, baby. That is because I have a nut allergy. So I want to protect myself as I add in this almond extract. So we're going to add 1 tablespoon of almond extract. 1 tablespoon. Add it on in there. Just like that. Put the top on. It has a nice little smell to it, but I can't taste it at all. All right. So mix that on up. If you are new here, welcome to Turtle's Tasty Treats, where we make baking from scratch easy. I am Diet, and if you have enjoyed what you've seen thus far, go on and click that subscribe button and stay in tune for all of the tasty treats, recipes, and tips and tricks that we have to share. All right, that's enough of that. Come on and let's go into this $1 million pound cake with the next ingredient. The next ingredient is eggs. We're going to be adding 6 eggs to our recipe. Now, I I always crack my eggs into a separate bowl. Now, I do this because you can have a bad egg or your shell could fall in, and you don't want to mess up your batter. I'm going to say it and say it and say it again to everybody, just start doing it. All right. So we're adding our eggs 1 at a time, letting it incorporate into the batter. And like I said, 6 eggs for this $1 million pound cake, baby. All right, so what I'm doing now is I'm just taking my spatula and I am scraping down the sides, and I'm getting to the bottom. I want to make sure that all of my ingredients is thoroughly mixed in together. We want to make sure that It is nice and yummy and ready to be called $1,000,000 pound cake, baby. Mm-hmm. Next step is we're moving on to the dry ingredients. Now, we're going to be using 4 cups, 4 cups of unbleached flour. That is 500 grams of unbleached flour. To that, I'm adding 1 teaspoon of salt. 1 teaspoon of salt. Now, remember, there's no leavening agent, so no baking soda or baking powder will be used for this recipe. We're just relying on the air and letting nature rise this $1,000,000. All right. Now that I've done that, I'm going to go ahead and sift my dry ingredients, allowing for all the lumps, bumps, and all of those things to get on out, baby. Get on out. All right, so the next ingredient that you would need is 3/4 cups of buttermilk. What I'm going to do now is I'm going to alternate my dry ingredients and my buttermilk into my mixer and mix it up in between. I'm not going to overmix. I'm only going to mix to combine, okay? Let's get it started at it. Let's get it started at it. All right, pour a little bit in, just like that. And let's mix it on up, baby. Add in the buttermilk, just like that. All right, so now what I'm doing is I'm going to go ahead and scrape down my paddle, making sure all this goodness, all of this $1,000,000 goodness, baby, get into the bowl. And I'm going to finish the rest of the mixing by hand because, again, I don't want to over mix. When you begin to over mix your batter, you can create gluten strands, which will create a tough cake. We don't want a tough cake. We want a nice, dense, moist cake, but not a tough cake, baby. So now I'm just folding the last little bit of ingredients that I kind of see showing through my batter. And let me flip this around. I've already buttered my pan, and the pan that I like to use for my pound cakes is my 18-cup pan. So I've already buttered it nicely so that it can release and nothing gets stuck. And now I'm about to do my baking exercise with this heavy glass and this big batter. But we're gonna do it, baby. I always get every little bit in there. Oh, boy. So while I'm finding the strength to put some more batter in, my oven is already preheated for 300 degrees. And we're going to bake this off for an hour and 40 minutes. Baby, I can't get no more out of there. So we did good. All right, to the oven we go, baby. So we had mics on, but for some reason the audio did not pick up. But that's okay. I'll just tell you what took place. So right here, Jimbo is cutting the cake. He's so excited because I can't have this cake. So he was enjoying being able to cut him a slice and have it first. This is where we get you the money shot. Ooh, such a pretty cake. And right here, I wanted to turn to show you the inside of the cake so you can see that beautiful crumb. Ooh, yeah, baby. This is where he goes in, teasing me because I can't have any. And where he has no words. Jimbo likes pound cake, but it's not really one of his favorites. But this cake right here, he had no words. He said it was absolutely moist, delicious, and very flavorful. He absolutely loved it and just wanted to take the whole cake, where he basically almost ate the whole cake that night. This is where I go into, if you enjoyed what you saw, to subscribe. And of course, we'll see you in the next one. Bye.